Hi, this is Amina Sheikh here on Zoom channel. We have watched her in Bhumi and have loved her performance in Padmavat. I talk about these roles because she stood for herself in both the movies. Welcoming Aditi Rao Hydari on Zoom.
Thank you.
It was lovely to see in projects which spoke about where women had lost their voices and how they found it back. And now this is very important topic which we talk about on a daily basis, but sometimes we just forget, we neglect it, or maybe we just avoid all these tamashas around us. How have you dealt with it?
Um, I think it's empowering to know that there are ways to deal with harassment and street harassment in particular because it is all around us. There is not a single one of us who hasn't faced it. Literally every hand will go up if this question is asked to a large number of people, especially girls. It's been normalized everywhere, and I think that's the biggest problem. And also, there's a kind of we tend to feel helpless, not know what to do. Educating people is the most important. How do we deal with street harassment? What are the methods that one can use? And I think that's really, really wonderful. Like every change starts with education, and it also empowers everybody to be able to take steps. Then you don't that feeling of helplessness, etc. should not be there. We should feel empowered, and we should empower the people, empower other people as well by spreading the message and spreading this teaching.
As we talk about this, I have this flashback memory of you because I saw you in Rockstar and I saw you like you're rushing in one of the scenes, for to getting his video by as a journalist, and you're rushing. You're like literally covered with people. So many times while shooting, also you're covered with a lot of people. I've seen you even at airports. Sometimes people make you uncomfortable with their touchy behaviors and all. It's not that easy. Being an actress also, people feel that, oh, they have the glamour side of it. But there is this side also where people just like letch around or they're just around completely. How do you deal with that also? Because sometimes fans could be overwhelming and they don't even realize what they're doing.
This is a slightly tough one because it's not just actors. Honestly, it's every girl.
Yeah.
So, and in fact, like somewhere, we at least have people with us. We have, we deal with it every day, so we can say something. But there are a lot of girls who can't, who don't know, and who possibly, like I said, they know this behavior is normalized. So I think it's this kind of education is really, really important for every single body. It's not every single person is not just actors. And the thing with our profession is, yes, it is true that with all the good stuff, there's a lot of stuff that can be very complicated. But the thing is to learn. The thing is to learn and to deal with it with dignity, but to also stand up and say no, like when no is a no, and that somebody should hear that no. And there are ways to deal with that no, and that's what this education of and the 5Ds are about. So you learn those and you use them, and you can use them not just for yourself but for somebody else as well. So
Coming back to your life as an actor, as a professional, how do you manage both personal and professional life when it's under radar all the time? It's not always very easy to be, completely there, out there and, present yourself in a certain manner. Sometimes you get angry, you get paranoid, or you don't want to share about it. But how do you cope with it?
I genuinely I feel authenticity and just being yourself is really important. But at the same time, of course, I guess every move is watched, and judgment is possibly very quick and very easy. So I guess we do have to grow and learn in our industry. But at the same time, I think it's also important to be authentic. And there is nothing wrong with being upset or angry about something, but it's the way in which it is communicated. I think that is important, because if you just yell at people, they might not listen to you. But if you explain to them why you think something is wrong, then they might listen to you. And hopefully that's how change happens, is to be able to communicate in a way that the other person actually listens to you. So, but we are all, each person is unique in their own way. So I deal with it like that. Like people think I'm very diplomatic, but I always do say what it is that I feel. Maybe I say it in a particular way that, like, I always feel like when you're telling somebody something, say it in a way that doesn't make them feel
Yeah.
terrible. So, I mean, I don't know if I answered your question, but that's
She's
how.
super sweet, I feel. But lastly, I have to ask you about your upcoming projects. You're working in a lot of projects, Heera Mandi for you, and there are many other for that matter.
I'm very excited about Heera Mandi. Everyone loves Sanjay sir, and I love him a lot. And of course, we all know and wait for his films, and it's the first time he's making a show for Netflix. So I'm super excited as well. There is a Indo-British project called Lioness. I'm looking forward to starting that. I have a bilingual in Tamil and Telugu, which I'm shooting just now. So there's a lot of exciting stuff.
And since we talk about Tamil and Telugu, how excited are you for Sidharth's movie as well? Because just recently promoted on your social media as well. Chitta.
My name is Aditi. You can ask me anything about myself.
Sure, no worries. Thank you so much for a lovely time and all the very best. Looking forward to see Heera Mandi for sure. Thank you.